Hey, it's Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. From Trillium Brewing of Boston, Massachusetts and Canton, Massachusetts, this is their Publick House IPA. Alcohol by volume of 7.3% ABV. Been around since 2014. The brewery itself, I think, came along in 2013. This is not dated. A lot of their bottles are dated, but this one was not dated, but I'm pretty sure it was brewed and bottled in February of 2016. The reason I say that is because they recently opened up the Canton Brewery, which I mentioned, and it's going to allow them to get their bottles out more quickly. And the place I bought this had just gotten a whole big delivery within like 2 or 3 days before I stopped in. So this is probably fairly recent. I do wish I had a specific date for this IPA, but I don't. Anyway, Trillium has generated quite a reputation. I think I reviewed one of their beers the other day. There we go. It's generated quite a reputation, which is how they were able to open that new brewery, because there's such a demand for their, for the most part, hopped up beers, that this is one of those breweries where the lines form outside to pick up the growlers. So, and then we all know there are breweries like that everywhere, and this is one of those. So now that they are starting to expand, you're going to start seeing their bottles more frequently around Massachusetts. And I don't know if they're going to get into other states thanks to this or not, but at this point I believe they're only in Mass. I could be mistaken. If someone is more familiar with them than I am, please let me know in my comments page down below. So here's the pour. Now this is definitely a grapefruity. I can just tell. I can, you know, opening the cap, pouring into the glass. I haven't even put it up to my nose yet, but there's a lot of hop character going on in this one. So you can take a look at the pour first of all. It's got a kind of hazy, cloudy, pale yellow note with this cream-colored, foamy, puffy, sort of foamy head up top. So the aroma on this is quite abundant. You're getting tropical fruit. You're getting citrus. You're getting grapefruit. They brew it with 3 different hops, including Citra and Centennial. And so that's the citrus character is pretty predominant in the aroma on this. The malt character is actually kind of mild. It's a pale malt character, sort of a hint of a grassy wheat sort of character deep down, but definitely a toasted pale malt, crackery kind of bready character. But the hops are what are really defining the aroma on this beer. Time for the taste. Oh yeah, really juiced up. I mean, it's got a real grapefruit juiciness to it, a bit of orange maybe, or tangerine, something along those lines. Not much in the spice character, but I'm picking up a little of the pine character, but you're picking up more of the orange, tropical, fruity type grapefruit, and maybe a hint of pineapple, mostly grapefruit, and some orange and tangerine, but you're not so much grass, not so much the floral characters, not so much the spicy character. The body has a nice medium, maybe better than medium body. It does have some depth to it. It's got a nice bitter bite at the end, though, I will say. The bitterness is not so much like the tropical fruit flavors. The bitterness tends to lean more to the earthy side, I think. It's more of a sharper bitterness that accompanies more of a traditional IPA. But you can't get away from that pineapple, I'm sorry, I keep saying pineapple. You can't get away from that grapefruit sort of character and the orange and tangerine kind of characters that are in there. Those are really the main characters, along with this toasted bready character, the pale malt character. And like I said, there was this kind of hint of wheat sort of out in the background. A very easy drinking beer, very tasty beer. A beer that should probably delight people who really like their beers hopped up. But the bitterness is not really strong, or at least they don't say what the bitterness is on here. The international bittering units, they don't say what that is. I don't want to take a guess, but it's probably more, it's probably well into the double digits. It's probably 50, 60 maybe. I'm not, you know, I don't want to estimate, but it's got some bitter bite to it, that's for sure. So But if you like your IPAs tropical, citrusy, fruity, orangey, grapefruity, then you'll probably like this beer, because it blends well with the malt, pale malt, and the slight wheat character that's going on in this. Really blends well together with a good bitterness coming up at the finish. So that will do it for today. This is from Trillium Brewing. This is the Publick House India Pale Ale. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you again next time.